Okay, I think I figured out my position in this community after a couple of days of reflecting on it, and I seriously mean reflecting on it, and I seriously mean a couple of days. I think I figured out my position. I think I'm going to be more of the cynic in this community, whatever, this multiplayer community. No. The thing is, I'll probably be one of the only cynics in this community because I see a lot of other players or a lot of other people in this multiplayer community just standing up for the game, standing up for Assassin's Creed just in general. And this match actually in the background here, I'm glad I did record it, as much as it made me pissed off with moments like that, where towards the end of this match and towards the end of my playtime with Revelations, I was just calling people cunt. I'm not exaggerating when I say that. Anyways, I kind of want to be the cynic of the Assassin's Creed multiplayer community. Now you're probably wondering, why do you want to have a cynical outlook on things? Why do you want to have a bit of a negative effect on things? I'll tell you why. It's shit like this match. It is shit like this match and copy and paste the gameplay that we have had. And the thing is I feel a lot of you give Ubisoft too much of an easy time. You give them a bit too much leeway. You're so desperate for the multiplayer to return, and I get it. You're desperate for the multiplayer to return that you're willing to make sacrifices on your path. Me, I may not be as ready or as willing to make those sacrifices. But to understand my cynicism, you actually have to understand my love of Assassin's Creed. The reason I'm so cynical about the multiplayer is because I see potential with the multiplayer. I see potential for great things. And just looking back on the various multiplayer games, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, as much as it's the most loved game in the community, as much as I love it myself, even I'm not blind to the problems it had. And it had several problems. In fact, it had more than several problems. It had certain exploits. There was just parts that didn't work as well as intended. Then there's Assassin's Creed Revelations multiplayer, which just gets my blood boiling below the surface, which was just an abomination in terms of designs. It did one or two things right. It introduced one or two cool features, but apart from that, I only really look back on Assassin's Creed Revelations in a jokey kind of way, or if I'm feeling sick and twisted with some weird nostalgia for it. Then there's Assassin's Creed 3 multiplayer, which, as much as I know certain people love in this community, I'm gonna come out and say it was copy and fucking pasted from Revelations, just with the whole running mechanic and the stun and kill mechanic altered a bit. Apart from that, it was purely copy and paste. Then we had Assassin's Creed Black Flags multiplayer, which I will admit, it did its bit to distinguish itself from the other multiplayer games. There were still elements of Assassin's Creed Revelations and 3 multiplayer. Apart from that, they did make some changes. I'm not blind to that. However, just making a few changes, making one or two alterations and slapping a label on it and saying done, there's your multiplayer, to me isn't good enough. It really is not good enough. And in fact, getting back to the match just quickly, I'm glad I recorded this match. Like I said before, I'm glad because I can now hold up a mirror to the Assassin's Creed multiplayer community. In fact, we can use this as a mirror to the Ubisoft studio that produces Assassin's Creed multiplayer and say, this is the kind of thing you want to avoid. If you give us these results, then go fuck yourselves. I ain't buying your product. And I love how there were certain players who boycotted Assassin's Creed the Ezio Collection because it didn't have the original multiplayer. But yeah, I bet some of these same people, some of these same players would buy the next Assassin's Creed if it had multiplayer, regardless of whether the multiplayer was polished or not, regardless of whether it was functionable or not, regardless of whether it was like Brotherhood or not, they would still buy it. Jesus of Nazareth wept at that thought, because it's the same kind of Call of Duty mentality. You don't believe me? Look at the little kids who play Call of Duty, like even especially the newer Call of Duties. So I'm talking shit like Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, Infinite Warfare, all that garbage. They hardly change shit from multiplayer to multiplayer. They hardly change shit in Call of Duty. But yet, what do the little kids do? They go out and buy it because it's Call of Duty, and plus it's a quote unquote new multiplayer. Bullshit, is it new? It's just reskinned. Oh, why am I ranting at 1 o'clock in the afternoon? I don't know, because I'm crazy. Now if you excuse me, I've got to finish up a can of beer. Damn, it's still cold. Anyway. I don't know why a beer from last night is still fairly cold. Yay, weird science. But yes, back to the video. Assassin's Creed multiplayer. I absolutely love it. And I have my own visions for what this multiplayer could be. And seeing games like Revelations is just not good enough. And I can't quote unquote let it go that some people will just say, oh, just give Ubisoft complete creative freedom. I've already talked about this, but just to touch back on this, I can't let it go that people would say, just let Ubisoft do what they want, just give us the multiplayer back. No, because it allows them to create shit like this. It allows them to produce garbage. I don't want garbage. I want greatness for the Assassin's Creed multiplayer games. I want Assassin's Creed multiplayer to set a new standard, to be the pinnacle of stealth-based multiplayer games. I want Assassin's Creed to premiere that. I want Assassin's Creed to be the forerunner. I want it to legitimately be, whenever you think of Assassin's Creed multiplayer, you think of pure stealth-based gameplay. Not fucking shit like this. Not that bald prick that taunts you whenever he gets a bullshit kill. Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. In fact, there are several elements I would happily do away with in terms of Assassin's Creed multiplayer. Hell, in fact, I want to make a video. I'm probably going to make it 20 or so minutes long, and before I actually make it, before I give the idea, I will say I did get the inspiration to make this from watching an old Squiddish video where he said what he would do if he was given creative control over making Assassin's Creed 3 multiplayer. In fact, I want to pick up on that and give my own 2 cents as to what I would do if I created any Assassin's Creed multiplayer game. Hell, if I could go back and remake several Assassin's Creed multiplayer games, I would make some severe changes. I would take elements in, I would strip elements out. It's gonna be crazy. I have my own set of ideas. And be warned, though, these are my own opinions, okay? These are my own fucking opinions, both in this video, in that video I'm gonna make, where I talk about what I want, or what I would take out of Assassin's Creed multiplayer. Be warned, these are my own opinions, and I suspect that me being more cynical towards Assassin's Creed multiplayer, I'm probably gonna be hated more, but fuck it. Fuck it. If you can't stand up to what you for what you believe in, if you just crack under that pressure and allow others to walk all over you, you're not gonna get shit done in life. You're forever gonna be a doormat. So, it's about building that spine and standing up for yourself. And that in terms of general attitude towards Ubisoft, that is my general attitude. Stand up to them. If they do something you don't like, actually stand up to them. If they do something you like, then hell, congratulations, they did something you like. But don't let Ubisoft walk all over you just because they can provide Assassin's Creed multiplayer. I'm not gonna do it. Fuck. If they reveal a new multiplayer and it looks anything like this, I will fucking rage so hard that I will be screaming my lungs out of my mouth. Ugh, that's the end of the video. Again, 3 minutes past 1 in the afternoon. And I'm drinking. Anyways, end of the video. I'm not sure when my breakdown of what I would put in or what I would take out of Assassin's Creed multiplayer, when that's going to be out. And that video is actually going to require a lot of preparation because I'm actually going to have to sit down, write a script so I stay on point. Which is a worrying sight for me, I'm not going to lie. It's worrying that I have to write a script to stay on point. But anyways, that's for then. This is now. I'll see you guys later. I'm out.